Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. Epstein files, Andrew, the royals, the royal family of England and Britain. I kind of, again, the videos, Bombshell Epstein files expose Buckingham Palace and royal family, new horrific FBI report. Murad Morelli, name of the channel, 432,000 subscribers. Kind of think, again, it needs to be heard, you know what I mean? Just the sick depravity of what's going on with these people and who's involved and how deep it is, and yeah, and who knows. And the fact is, they all know. And again, I keep mentioning this, Epstein isn't the be all and end all of this, do you know what I mean? Just because you don't know Jeffrey Epstein doesn't mean you're not involved in this massive high profile paedophile network. Royal scandal deepens, the king, the prince, and the paedophile over here as well, the briefing podcast. King Charles is finished over here on the right. So yeah, it's kind of the crack. I mean, the royal family are massively involved. Again, they probably killed Princess Diana. Again, whenever with everything that's come out, like it's all this. Basically, as conspiracy theorists are always right. To be honest, we're always right. So they killed Princess Diana. That's a crack. I mean, even the court, the court verdict was she was unlawfully murdered, and the verdict in the Royal Courts of Justice, even in the Royal Courts of Justice, said she was unlawfully murdered, and basically they didn't mention the paparazzi at all. That was the spin the media put on it quite instantly. So these people aren't nice people. I've said it for a while. I mean, I've said for many, many years that if the British people knew what these people were really like, they would rip the gates of Buckingham Palace off to get to these people for what they've done in their history. And it maybe come out one day, but yeah, I mean they're doing it again right now. They're about to play you all right again and send you all to another war. So anyhow, let's have a last listen to this and what's going on. What's going on now, you wonder?
So the royal family, guys, have a lot to answer for. And I think that everything that has happened to Prince Andrew as of right now has been significant. The arrest, Lord Mandelson, of course, having to resign, and even him being arrested. But I think that this truly is the beginning, and it's about to get a lot worse. This FBI tip, which is part of the Department of Justice files, it's unclassified, does detail some significant horrific actions taking place at royal residences. These are the same residences that Eugenie has lived in, that Meghan and Harry have lived in, that Queen Elizabeth was in, that Kate Middleton and Prince William were, acknowledging if they wanted to live there or not. So this is pretty serious. And this tip, of course, we can't classify as true. I'm not saying that this is true, but this is a tip that was given to the FBI, and it's in the Department of Justice files. And this is what's being reported on what Prince Andrew was actually doing. I've spoken about this in, small increments here and there, but, we have to get through the entire tip, which came out a couple of days ago, and it's honestly horrific. So this woman now, but, comes forth about a story when she was a girl, about how Prince Andrew was basically doing things to her at Frogmore Cottage, at a official royal residence. This is insane. When I was 68 years old and living at Redacted in Surrey, UK, I was drugged at night and driven by my father, Redacted, to pedo parties. The main house I was taken to is located behind Thorpe Green at the end of a private road. Very specific, guys. I don't think she's lying. Hurst Farm Livery Stables is next door, and in the driveway of this house, I was hit by a dark blue car with a personalized license plate ending in Redacted, driven by Prince Andrew. So Prince Andrew was running around, basically driving into these girls and trying to hit them to make sure that they were injured. I was not taken to hospital, but I suffered permanent injuries to my ribs, hip and leg on my right side. The car's hood figurine broke off in my hand on impact, and I later buried it near my home, so it could still be recoverable as evidence. After I was hit by the car, I woke up to Prince Andrew, redacted. In that house, I was also redacted. I had medical records of the resulting infection, and she ran away once to an Irish traveller community down the road. I remember seeing and speaking to a man, so I think there may be some, travellers that could corroborate my story. I was also taken to another house, which I I later recognized as Frogmore Cottage when its refurbishment was in the news. There, I was restrained on a table and tortured with electrical shots by Ghislaine, and Prince Andrew was there as well. She tried to sneak out, and then Ghislaine caught her. She also threatened her by saying, that she deserved to basically be unalived, and then, Ghislaine is accused of breaking her nose, and then she was only taken to hospital after a rugby match so that could be used as an excuse. She continues on. Additional info. During this time, I also went on yearly vacations with my family to Florida, staying at my grandparents' house. I remember one occasion being driven by my father over an hour away to a mansion with a gated driveway in a large rectangular swimming pool. She was violated, she claims, by a man that I later recognized as Epstein. Around late 2012, she hadn't fully processed everything that was going on, and then saw a text message from Ghislaine on her father's phone stating, "I have two for you," and being triggered by it. And it's believed that she believes her father is involved in these rings because he made visits to several local schools and a disabled children's home as well, the White Lodge in the center. Her father, has not been arrested. As a result, a lot of evidence has been destroyed, and releasing Ghislaine on bail would lead to the same exact outcome. This girl, now woman, is willing to testify and providing evidence and details in regards to other ring members as well. My father's best friend, redacted. My father's secret accountant, he lives in the house between, redacted as well, who were also involved. I heard my R word from Frogmore Cottage at his house during a party on a Saturday. So, she talks about how she was a victim of this ring, who was basically passed around via her father to Ghislaine, to Prince Andrew, to multiple other people there, how she was tied and restrained, and how many of this incidences took place at Frogmore Cottage. Buckingham Palace is basically a huge ring. This is what this FBI tip is giving us. This is not a Wattpad edited story or, using AI edited content. This is directly from the Department of Justice files that was released. Buckingham Palace is basically where rings are being organized and held in all of their residences, whether it's at Buckingham Palace or any of the other royal residences. And Prince Andrew not only is doing these things with Ghislaine, allegedly to these, girls at the time, but also getting in his car and making sure to run them over. That was the confidence that this man had, which is why there is some allegations about him unaliving multiple, not just, of course, essaying them.
Yeah, so I'm sorry to interrupt again. You're hearing again some horrific things here again. All this is true about the royals. Again, the people would tear the gates off Buckingham Palace if they knew what these people had been up to, and not just Andrew. I mean, bear with me just a second. So, I mean, there is plenty of documentaries on YouTube about this, but I'm just going to mention it. But there is documentaries about this. There are allegations that Lord Mountbatten was involved in the sexual abuse of boys from the Kincora Boys home in Belfast. These claims emerged publicly in recent years, partially through the testimony of a former resident. So, this is Lord Mountbatten. He was like the Duke of Edinburgh's mentor in many ways. I mean, so the Duke of Edinburgh was probably involved in all this as well. He just never got caught. Again, due to his power, he's more powerful than Andrew. And the circles Epstein has been lax, if you want. Again, there's other circles of this that haven't been exposed that go on. This goes on in Britain, you know what I mean? So, well, you're being told it goes on in Britain. Again, the circles. So there's a picture of Lord Mountbatten there. Here he is. So there was allegations that he was a paedophile as well, and the rumours are the reason he was blown up was because he was a paedophile and he was abusing kids. So Kincora's Britain's Shame, there's a book about it there. So yeah, like he's a paedophile, you know what I mean? You've got Jimmy Savile, who was knighted by the Queen, who was very good friends with Prince Charles apparently. So there's Jimmy Savile involved as well. You've got Lord Mountbatten. You've got the Queen's sister Margaret, who was very well known for going to the island Mystique, I think it was, and having wild sex parties on the island. So these people have a long history of being like, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Sexual deviance in many ways. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a long history of this, even in the royal family. You've got Mountbatten, you've got the Queen's sister, you've got Duke of Edinburgh, who's apparently had loads of affairs as well. But was he also getting up to this kind of thing as well? You don't know, but I wouldn't write it off because there's a long history of this, and this is kind of like what these people get up to, as we're finding out from the Epstein files. And yet again, let me stress that the Epstein files are not the be all and end all of this. Do you know what I mean? So I'll continue to play the video in a moment. But we've also got a crack here. There's Salma Hayek and her disturbing lifestyle with her creepy billionaire husband, and she's got links to Nicole Kidman. And again, I'm sure I made a video about Nicole Kidman's dad. And Nicole Kidman's dad was a very prolific paedophile. Now, as this fella mentioned here, the parent of this child was taking her to these rings. This also happens. They use orphans, they kidnap people, people take their own children, be it for money or. I mean, a lot will be to do with the private clubs we talk about here, the Freemasons, the Fabian Society, these clubs anyway, and this is probably how they all meet in these clubs. So there's a lot going on here in the background, you know what I mean? More than anyone can probably believe, but there's a long history of this, and again, even Selma Hayek's involved here, and Nicole Kidman's dad was a well-known paedophile, it would seem. So the connections are left, right, and centre. They're all over the shop. They're everywhere. Do you know what I mean? So I'll play a bit more of this. Hold on. Again, the horrific crimes to do with the royal family here.
But now, in a tip, he apparently was running over. So this is very horrific and concerning. And this is why I'm saying to you guys that King Charles' monarchy, his reign, is going to be obliterated as far as I'm concerned. I don't even think that he will even make it out to the rest of his reign, given the fact that he is also unwell. But during his reign, it's being exposed that Buckingham Palace and multiple official royal residences are being used to host rings for Ghislaine, for Epstein, for them to do whatever they want with Prince Andrew. And then you have fathers basically selling out their children. This is where they're getting some of the children. It's their own fathers. Either they get money, either the parents get money from doing this, either the parents get some type of protection, either the parents are sick and twisted themselves, or all three above. And it's only going to get worse as far as I'm concerned, because if Frogmore Cottage was used, then that applies to the rest of the other royal residences as far as I'm concerned. So a lot of the royal family lived at these residences. They lived in residences where Prince Andrew and Ghislaine were doing electrical shocks and horrific other stuff. Like, this FBI tip is explosive. It is a bombshell claim. It's not direct proof, it's not evidence, but it's a tip, and that is what this is as of right now. But it's believable to me. I'm so sorry. With everything that Andrew's been accused of, with Ghislaine in prison, with Epstein, of course, in prison at a time and convicted, why would this not be believable? Prince Andrew currently under investigation. It is disgusting. Absolutely insane. And I wouldn't put it past Queen Elizabeth knowing about all of this, because she was very quick to pay a settlement alongside King Charles to make sure that Andrew was okay. He was using these royal residences as his playground. His ego was so inflated, which is why he had a breakdown when he was arrested, stating that you can't arrest me, I'm the Queen's son, I can do whatever I want to do. Everybody turned a blind eye, whether it was the police, whether it was UK Border Patrol, whether it was, royal residents. Everybody has turned, the government, politicians, everybody turned a blind eye to this. And my question is why? Why would people turn a blind eye to this? Andrew being arrested now is too little too late, but it is the beginning. It's the beginning. I keep saying the sentence over and over again because it's genuinely shocking to me that Buckingham Palace and official royal residences are...
Yeah, it's kind of not the beginning though, because again, it looks like Epstein's alive. Ghislaine Maxwell isn't Ghislaine Maxwell, as we've seen. She's probably running around. I mean, it mentioned there before about not giving her bail because she'll be destroying evidence. Well, that's exactly why that's not Ghislaine Maxwell in the courtroom there, because she's been let out to go and destroy all the evidence of any of this that could possibly exist before any real investigation takes place. So pretty much there will be no evidence. Again, that's what's being done as we speak. All evidence is being absolutely getting rid of, destroyed, before any official investigation takes place. Again, the FBI have all these files and haven't really done anything about it. And by the time they do, all the evidence will be long gone because these people will be removing it and will have been removing it for the last couple of years. Anything at all, they'll be getting rid of. Basically, we've got these files, and that's all you'll ever get. I mean, this has been going on for decades, and people don't know about it. You know what I mean? We know because now these files have told us, but this has been going on a long time, a real long time. So yeah, they didn't get caught before. They got caught because one man slipped up here, but the elite cabal, especially in England, because the control. I mean, you're talking of the royal family here. You know what I mean? They're kind of above the police and above the army. So yeah, they can just do what they want, and that's kind of what they do. They do what they want. So again, I don't believe anything will happen to Andrew. They maybe pretend. They'll pretend something happens to him, but nothing will really happen to him.
Officially being accused of hosting multiple rings. This sounds like a conspiracy theory. It sounds like I've gone crazy. It sounds like a story that doesn't even make sense, but it does. It's in official files. Probably happening right now up until this day. Who said that it stopped just because Andrew has stopped it? Who said that William doesn't know about this? Who said King Charles doesn't know? If King Charles has helped to pay off some of the settlement, which was, revealed in articles, why wouldn't have King Charles known about all of this and probably turned a blind eye? Or maybe he was also part of this parties. We don't know. That's why I'm saying line up William and Charles, and they need to be questioned under investigation because
they'll just lie. I don't get why people think that it's like bloody Hillary Clinton there and Bill Clinton who just lied about it, you know what I mean? And Trump will go and lie about it. They're not going to tell the truth. I mean, why? I mean, as well, like under oath. Under oath of what? Like you swear on the Bible. These people don't believe in it. The batting for the other team here. They're Satanists. Do you think they give a fuck about that? Or lying? Lying is part of the fucking show. Yeah, like the questioning these people is going to get you absolutely no answers whatsoever. They will deny everything till the ends of the earth. We've already seen it already with Hillary and Bill Clinton there. Absolutely denying everything. Oh, I didn't really know him. You know what I mean? I knew him a little bit. No, fucking bullshit. They're all involved in this massive, high-profile, paedophile fucking network. That's what it is. A fucking sex trafficking, fucking satanic network. They're all involved. And they all tell you that with their symbols, but not with their mouths. They'll never tell you with their mouths. I mean, it's a secret society. The very nature of it, secret. You don't go blabbing that you're in it. And it's pain of death for blabbing kind of that you're in it as well. So, yeah, if you think these people are going to tell you the truth, then you're an idiot. Do you know what I mean? You're an absolute idiot. They're going to lie about it. They already have. So, I mean, Trump's been lying about it the whole time. Do you know what I mean? Everybody in Trump, it's honestly, it's a shit show. It's an absolute shit show. But these people are never going to tell you the truth about this. You're going to have to connect some dots here, you know what I mean?
What do they know about what was being used at official royal residences? Who's to know what's going on at Kate and William's residence right now? Because that is an official royal residence. If this is what's being accused here, what is William and Kate doing? Or when Kate was going through a whole cancer, situation, what was that really about? What was going on in it? Like, this opens up Pandora's box. It opens up the questions to so many people. It damages integrity. I believe this story completely, but this is what she's saying, that she's ready to come forward and question. But of course, this wasn't picked up on, and that was on purpose because
yeah, probably. Again, they won't investigate it. They'll investigate it when all the evidence has been destroyed. That's because the FBI is involved. It involves so many people. It's unbelievable. MI5, MI6, fucking the government, royals, you name it, they're all in it. All the billionaires, the millionaires, they're all in the club. So the club will protect the club. It's what the club does. So people get murdered to protect the club. Like many people have been murdered to protect the club. So there's no chance these people are telling the truth. The club will always protect the club, like without any doubt whatsoever.
It was told not to. Ghislaine and Andrew was doing horrific things to multiple individuals and minors. It's been accused.
Yeah, I mean, I believe this girl, and she even said there she snapped the front of his car ornament off and she buried it somewhere, and that still could be buried as evidence to prove that she's telling the truth. So there you go. She's even claiming she's got a piece of evidence. I don't doubt her, to be honest. This is literally what's going on with these people. as we've seen from the Epstein files. So these victims, they need to be listened to because a lot of people have suffered here, and a lot of people have been murdered who never got to speak. You know what I mean? These people are the worst of the worst, and yeah, like imagine this was you or your child that this has happened to. Do you know what I mean? So somebody's got to fight for these people, and when you've got the entire global elites and the fucking millionaires and billionaires all working against you here, it's going to take a lot of fucking peasants to sort this out. It really is. A lot of peasants to sort this out. Well, these fuckers have just started a war. That's probably why they told us, you know what I mean? They're gonna start the war and collapse the economy. So fuck it, tell them everything. They can't do shit all about it.
At Frogmore, we know there's pictures of Epstein and Ghislaine being toured around Buckingham Palace and other royal residences with Andrew. We've seen those pictures and images as well. So why would this be hard to believe when those pictures we know already exist? This is the
Yeah, I mean, he was having fucking picnics on the lawn of Buckingham Palace with fucking Ghislaine and that. You know what I mean?
bombshell claim, guys. The can of worms is opening on the Buckingham Palace. And this is what I mean, that the monarchy is going to be destroyed and is beginning to crumble when you've got tips like this coming out.
Yeah, hopefully. Honestly, get rid of them. Fucking parasites.
Of the Department of Justice. How can this monarchy continue to thrive? It's built on scandal and sick, twisted stuff. I don't think King Charles's reign is going to survive this. This, even to me, implies that Diana got taken out. I know that the two stories...
Yeah, she did. But, again, King Charles's reign, well, we're going to get William, and I've mentioned before, if you think things are getting better under William here, you're very, 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 very much mistaken. They will actually get a lot worse. So, yeah, that's kind of the crack. Again, just thought I'd give it a mention. Got a couple more videos. We'll just move over to this. Again, Salma Hayek and her billionaire husband, and linked into, well, just a lot of dodgy shit as well. I mean, from what we're learning, these people will be in the club. It's the millionaires, the billionaires, the royals, the politicians, and the celebrities. Well, here's a celebrity and a billionaire, you know what I mean? Absolutely fits the profile here.
Such as Gucci, Balenciaga, the website that he owns that sells children mannequins and weird paintings.
He seems to take great pride in surrounding himself with women in their late teens and early 20s.
Did we just discover Salma Hayek's shell company? They paid out $0 in 2023, which, by the way, that includes payroll expenses. No one got paid, apparently, which I find very suspicious.
Boom. So the channel's Sloan, 1.2 million subscribers. Selma Hayek's disturbing lifestyle with her creepy billionaire husband. So we'll play a bit more.
Salma Hayek loves the rich and lavish life, attending Balenciaga fashion shows and partying it up with the fellow celebrities. But Salma is just as evil as the next. She has deep connections to disgusting people who exploit children in the name of art. Salma has turned a blind eye to this, even though her billionaire husband is one of the most disturbing people within the industry. So let's get into it. Salma Hayek is a popular actress known for her beauty and her skills, but she's also a sick woman. I did a deep dive into her past and I found some really disturbing things, like her connection to Balenciaga, because her husband owns the parent company that owns this fashion line that time and time again does some really pervy things with children. Salma also has an interesting connection to Nicole Kidman.
Yeah. So I won't play the video. Sloan's the channel. Again, it's quite a good channel, and he does his research, you know what I mean? So it's all about Salma Hayek. Again, there's Nicole Kidman, looking fucking evil these days, to be honest. And again, I'm sure I made a video about her dad, but if I didn't, go and research Nicole Kidman's dad and Nicole Kidman's family. Yeah, they're all involved, you know what I mean? They're all involved in this satanic paedophile network, be it through like Freemason type clubs, but all the rich people are in. But this is what goes on, and again, part of it is to do with blackmail for a lot of people. But some people genuinely enjoy all this. The upper echelons, again, probably this woman's husband, and they enjoy doing this. Again, a video I made that we live in hell, and the guy saying he can hear like children scream, blood-curdling screams. Do you know what I mean? Like, these people enjoy torturing people and hunting humans and sacrificing humans and putting people through the more fear than you could ever believe, to be honest. Honestly, I mean, look at how Nicole Kidman fucking looks evil, to be honest. So yeah, I mean, does anybody see that video of the fucking woman's eyes at the State of the Union address? Fuck me. I'll maybe make a video on that. The woman's eyes when she's talking to Donald Trump. Fucking reptilian vibes all over the shop here. And I'm not really one for the reptilian theory here, but Christ almighty, what's going on with the woman's eyes? So, yeah, the Selma Hayek, Sloan's the channel, 1.2 million subscribers. But again, just a bit of a deep dive on Selma Hayek and her billionaire creepy husband. And again, go and research Nicole Kidman and her dad. And he was a paedophile. So the connections are everywhere, to be honest. So I'll just play another Epstein video here a minute. Hold on. So just on the Roger Maxon is the name of the channel. 13,000 subscribers. Just come across it. What's in the Epstein files made me sick. Epstein Catholic Christian in his hashtags here. So let's have a listen to this.
For of whom a man is overcome, of the same is he brought into bondage. Clouds that are carried in a tempest, to whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever. The more time one spends at the Epstein files, the more nauseated one becomes. I'm at the point where I don't want to know any more of what these people have done. I just want to know who was involved, because the things they've done are gross and sickening and evil. There's no other word for it. Depraved, evil, wicked. It's alleged that there are dead bodies on one of Epstein's properties, a ranch he formerly owned. And though people have complained...
Yeah, depraved, wicked, evil, the worst things you can possibly imagine here, you know what I mean? As I've said in the We Live in Hell video, like, this is what we need to fucking sort out. Of all the problems in the world, we need to sort this out, and in sorting this problem out, we'll sort a lot of problems in the world, to be honest, because these people run the world. It's their financial system, it's their fucking governments. They've bought and fucking got the lot here, and it's, you know what I mean? So, if we can get rid of all these people, we'll absolutely sort the world out. Ellen DeGenerate here, she's fucking massively involved as well. Apparently she's fucking proper evil, Ellen DeGenerate. We failed Britney Spears. We certainly did. We absolutely did fail you, Britney. The world failed you, to be honest. We've failed a lot of people here, an absolute lot of people. A lot of people again have been murdered. Again, all these women who've been trafficked and fucking abused. We've failed everybody. But now it's time to not fail them, and the world is going to continue to fail these people and fail to fix the world, to be honest. Again, we've already started World War III now, by the looks of it, so the job's fucked, to be honest. We need to act real quick here, real quick. But we won't. So let's play a bit more of this.
No formal FBI investigation apparently was done, and people are just now beginning to look into this. Why? There's talk of the littlest girls being involved. There's a temple on the island, some kind of weird, sacrilegious, cult-like temple, and apparently the only things inside the temple are mattresses. We have good reason to think human trafficking was taking place on Epstein's properties. And I want to zoom out a little bit. And I want to say, first of all, just because someone is on the Epstein list doesn't mean necessarily that they were involved in these things, or especially the worst of these things. But what I have noticed is, both in the Sean Combs Diddy case, for which he got a slap on the wrist, and the Epstein case, so many of the elite, extremely wealthy classes are involved. And I'm not saying just because you're wealthy, you're an evil person. I don't think that's true. But we're not talking about normally wealthy people who start a business and become a millionaire. We're talking about the elite upper crusts of our society. Mel Gibson is not a man whose behavior I can fully defend, but he's also been very uncomfortable with the way Hollywood has been and has said so open.
Yeah, Mel tried to tell us. I mean, he made Passion of the Christ and was absolutely pushed out of Hollywood for it. Like, he told the truth. He made Passion of the Christ, a film about Jesus being crucified, and was absolutely pushed out of Hollywood. He was never seen again. He was one of the biggest actors in the world up until he made Passion of the Christ, and that was kind of the end of his career. So there's kind of signs there as well when you're living in the Satanists world here. They didn't like that. They really didn't like it.
Only for years. Some have pointed out the man tried to warn you.
You know, I had a whole bunch of weird paranoid suspicions about what the hell was going on because there was a lot of stuff I couldn't understand.
Right.
And I formed a bunch of opinions about the town.
Yeah, again, he tried to tell us. But you can only say so much, or you'll be gotten rid of.
And about the people in it that were like, surely that couldn't be. Because a whole place can't be like, you know, Weird Town, you know, where the stranger wanders in and all the people are in the bar and they all shut up when he looks at them. And then you go away and you think, no, I was wrong. I mean, that's insane thinking. I'm paranoid. I imagined that stuff. And then you find out later on the track that you were exactly on track with a lot of this stuff.
It begs the question, how long has this been going on and who's been involved? Who looked the other way? Because it seems to me that you have mysteriously dead celebrities.
Actor and comedian Bob Saget has died.
Liam Payne, the former member of the boy band One Direction, has died.
Former model and longtime girlfriend of entertainer Sean Diddy Combs, Kim Porter, was laid to rest.
I mean, the list of celebrities that have died suspiciously, we'd be here all night. We'd literally be here all night. And a lot of them, again, could have been sacrificed, could have been, you know, again, who knows what's gone on here, but it's not a far-fetched idea, or they knew too much, or they wouldn't shut up, or were threatening to blab, or didn't want to play a ball with what was going on because it's sick and depraved. Yeah, all these are options on the table, you know what I mean?
Yesterday.
And now I'm asking the question, why are they dead? Did they find out something they weren't supposed to find out? Were they involved in something they had a change of heart about? And yet you have people, and I'm not making an allegation, but it is strange to me, I'll say, that Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant would not have known about the things that were so openly happening.
Do you have any advice for a young girl moving to Hollywood? I'll get live with us. Harvey Weinstein invites you to a private party in the Four Seasons stuff.
And then she goes on to get a giant...
Don't go, Harvey Weinstein, Courtney Love. And again, that's who killed Kurt Cobain. Absolutely telling you, that's who killed Kurt Cobain. With a shotgun, shot him in the face. So, yeah, again, these people, and if you don't play ball, you do get murdered. So you kind of have to play ball, is kind of the way of things. Up until these people refuse to sometimes, and that's probably why they've gotten rid of. They've had enough, do you know what I mean? But the amount of celebrities that die suspiciously is unreal.
Giant, hundreds of millions of dollars TV deal for Disney. And then I think, why are there so many human trafficking rings getting busted in my country? How can these things happen? How can the cartels smuggle people in and out? It does make one ask the question, where are these people being smuggled to? Who's involved in this? Who's paying money for them?
Yeah, I mean, one thing Peter has been said about this Mexican cartel situation that's going on at the minute, they've all got like American weapons and that. They're fucking absolutely armed to the teeth with like fucking American arsenal here. Who's been fucking giving them all these? Again, the suspicions around it all. I've seen a few people calling it bullshit. It's all part of the show, which it probably is, to be fair.
Who in this country knows and is looking the other way or participating? In my last video about millennials being brainwashed, not wholly of our own fault, I think sexual liberation propaganda was pushed on our generation so hard. But I don't think it's just us, it's Gen X, it's the Zoomers, it's the Boomers. If you roll the...
Yeah, you've been absolutely fucked over with propaganda from your childhood, and again, some people have worked this out, a lot haven't. But yeah, you've absolutely been fucked over, and you don't think correctly, because you weren't supposed to think correctly anymore. It makes it a lot easier to get away with all the shit that they're getting on with now, do you know what I mean? If all the young people are stupid. Again, this transgender, fucking non-binary, all this bullshit, all that's fucking fairly new, do you know what I mean? It's all part of blurring the lines, fucking making people not know what the fuck's going on. Left from right, don't know which fucking, if they're coming or going, or what fucking sex they are anymore. Yeah, it's all part of the plan. Absolutely all part of the plan. So again, if you look at the image of Baphomet, I believe the goat with his hand right, is it right or left hand up? We're pulling the hand signal that these people love doing, pulling hand signals. Another sign that you're in the club there. Yeah, if you look at Baphomet, I'm sure he's like multi-sexed. It's like he is binary, non-binary, so to speak. He's both sexes on there. So it's all part of the satanic agenda. It really is all part of the satanic agenda. And who will fall for it? That's the big question here. Who's going to fall for it? So it's down to everybody will walk their own path. Everybody will walk their own road here and answer for themselves only. So sit where you will and be on your way. Take what you will and be on your way. I'm going to leave it there. Roger Maxon's the channel if you want to come and watch the rest of the video. Again, good video. I just like putting forth these channels, to be honest. Again, a lot of good channels, covering a lot of it. And then the original channel there about the royals, again, it's all people doing the digging, you know what I mean? Pass on the information, because it serves us all in the end. I'll leave it there anyway, peace.